Once you
Girl,
put
yes.
that time and you schedule it and you get there and you start like, oh, I'm glad I'm here. This feels good. Yes. And you see your results. It's just a matter of, okay, because before you go, you're like, I'm tired. I don't feel like it. Hello, everyone. I'm Erica.
And I'm Akilah.
Welcome to HeartsChat. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of HeartsChat. So today we're talking about something really important, and I think a lot of people battle with this, and it's how to start therapy when you're hesitant. There's so many people that say, I want to go, or I need to go, or I should, but then they don't, or I have this issue, that issue. Yeah, I've been thinking about going to therapy, and then they don't.
Yeah, and I think it's just like many different reasons people will be hesitant to go. Kind of like whether they've like already the misconceptions and the myths of what therapy is definitely one of them. A lot of people just don't sometimes feel like they don't want to tell somebody their business. And another one is like sometimes people think therapy is too expensive.
Yeah. Sometimes too it can be like that's just one more thing on my list of things to do. One more thing on my schedule, another place I gotta go. I'd rather stay home and relax than make time to put this in my schedule.
Absolutely. I agree with that. And it's funny because when we think about it that way, I feel like people sometimes think that therapy is like this long drawn out session. In reality, a lot of therapists I know do 45 minutes. I do an hour. So like 45 minutes really isn't that long.
No, it's not. And I find that once you start, I've noticed people look forward to coming.
Absolutely.
It's their space, it's their time, and you're working on something that the therapist didn't just pick this for you. You come in and say, hey, this is what I have going on. And then you talk with them and you work out a goal that, is achievable, that you can work with, that it's your goal. It's what you want to accomplish in your life to help you feel better. So it's a good thing. It's a benefit for you. I think of it as, first of all, it's your mindset. It's how you think about it. That's a huge part of it. And for my own situation, I think about it like going to the gym. I like to go to the gym. I feel good. I like to exercise, but it's getting there. Once
Girl,
you put that time and you schedule it and you get there and you start like, oh, I'm glad I'm here. This feels good. Yes. And you see your results. It's just a matter of, okay, because before you go, you're like, I'm tired. I don't feel like it. When you get there, you get the energy. You feel good. It's good for you. And then you pick up your routine and, hey, you keep going.
You are absolutely right, Erica. I really like what you said, because if you build it into your routine, whether it's like you're going before work or after work, so then it's just like you just go. And maybe even if it's possible to find a therapist that's close to like the last thing you do in the day, so then it's not so much of a travel. Because I know that I know exactly what you just said. Oh, I'm tired after work. Oh, I don't really want to go, especially if it's a long drive to get there, or whether it's either by your job or close to your home. So then it's kind of like on the way. Because I know if I have to go somewhere after work and it's in the opposite direction of my house, I probably won't go.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who they go see somebody by their job. So they can either right before work, it's part of their routine, or they're going after work. Because some people will say, oh, I want to go on the weekend. That's convenient. But sometimes on the weekends, that's all the time you have, you got to do. But if you can try to make it a bit more convenient for you, like you said, sneak it right into your schedule, that would be ideal.
And another tip is a couple people that I see, they go on their lunch break because they're not too far from the office, and then they've already kind of talked to their boss about it, and their boss is usually on board. And gives them a little extra time to kind of get back. But they mark it right into their work day. So it's kind of like, okay, let me get this therapy, calm down from work, and let me go back.
Yeah, people be surprised. Your job will be very accommodating. But I think some of the main tips for how to start is first thing, you got to decide that you want to go. You know, decide that. And then after you do that, we talk about this all the time. Your supports.
Yes, that's the first thing I wrote down.
So if you tell somebody that you trust, like, hey, I'm thinking about going to therapy, you know, maybe that person can remind you or encourage you or motivate you to go. Or if it's been some time, hey, did you ever start going to therapy yet?
Mm-hmm. And to add to that, and they may even, you know, if you're kind of scared to go, they may even go with you, because you can bring people to therapy with you. It's not like you have to just go by yourself.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think it's like kind of like a medical doctor where you just go, you tell them what you do, and they can move on. But no, in therapy, you can bring whoever you really want.
Yeah, and we've talked about this so much in other episodes, and it's not that you're crazy or something's wrong with you or you're weak, and you don't have to have a mental health diagnosis. You know, oh, you can just want to go because I'm stressed and I want a place to talk, or I have to make a big decision and I don't really know where to start, so I want to talk this through.
Yes, absolutely. You know? That's very, very true. And I think that you're right. That's kind of like the misconception of therapy, that you have to be quote unquote crazy to go, when in reality, you really don't have to be any of those things. It's just a place where someone's going to listen to you, really uninterrupted for the most part. And you can kind of process how you're feeling and what you're thinking and really get it all out in a way that would be different than talking to a close friend or a family member who might just start putting in their opinions.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Another thing you can do is write it down. We talk about this a lot. Goals. So write it down as one of your goals, or put it on your things to do list. So it's like, okay, you know, I got to do this. And it's going to be a reminder to you, and you'll look at it and you'll see it every day. Because if you're hesitant to go, it's going to take more than just like one nudge to get you to go. If you're really that hesitant, you're going to need to see that written down or post it somewhere as this is something that I need to do. This is on my list. This is important. Prioritize it.
Oh, absolutely. I think with that, it's kind of breaking, and we're talking about the hesitant part, breaking it down and what you can do and how to kind of get there. It's, you know, whether that's, you know, looking on, if you have insurance, looking through your insurance to kind of find a therapist to kind of see that way, or looking online, things like that to kind of help it, make it easier for you to find, rather than trying to like be like, oh, I don't know kind of where to start or how to do it.
Exactly. Yeah. Call them and get your list. And then once you have your list from the insurance company, or if you looked online, you can look up reviews, or
yes, absolutely.
And then start sending out some emails to say, hey, this is what I'd like to work on. Do you have any availability? Can you support me with this? You know, and see if they have an opening, if they get back to you. And if they say, yeah, I can, work with that, you can send an email, because it's kind of quicker just to have like a standard email and then just it off to everybody. Yes. And then, see if they get back to you. But you can always call if you feel more comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree, Erica. You're and I didn't even think about email. I don't know why. But that's a great way too, if there is, some type of anxiety about it, where you may not want to talk on the phone. So just email them, and more often than not, you'll get an email back. So I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, and we're talking about people who, feel hesitant. And I know when I'm hesitant about something, I kind of put on the back burner. Oh, I'm at work. I can't call right now. But you're at work. You can go ahead and send a little email real quick. Or right when you go to bed and nobody knows, nobody's listening to your they can't hear what you're typing. It's in your email, private, and you can do it anytime.
Absolutely. It's kind of like the excuses we tell ourselves to kind of procrastinate.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it can be, like you said, you can feel like some anxiety. You can feel really nervous about it. So get that like standard email, generic email that you're going to send off to everybody. Just change their name and like, send it out. Okay, this is a big step.
Absolutely.
I think also you got to decide if you want to meet with somebody like, in person, or if you want to do like a phone, or I know like they have phone like Talkspace or video. Decide like, you know, how you want to do that, what's going to be better for you, because maybe you prefer telephones. When you get off of work, you can have that, you know, in the car on your way home, and you kind of fit in.
Absolutely.
Some therapists will even do a free phone consultation, and you can just talk to them on the phone about what you want to work on, and then that might ease it for you, make you feel more comfortable, and they're like, okay, well, you can come into my office so we can get started. You know, I can definitely help you with this.
Oh, that's definitely very true. And I think that's the other part of it, Erica, is the many different options that we have nowadays to do therapy. Like you said, whether it's on the phone, whether it's video, like Skype, in person. And I think that's like something for everyone based on what you feel comfortable.
Definitely. About. And I'll say a last thing is just writing down your questions that you might have for the therapist, because you're hesitant. There's probably a billion reasons why you're like, oh no, what about this? What about that? I don't know about that. You know, ask them your questions. And I think it'll make you feel really good if you know, fortunately get connected with a therapist that's like, oh yeah, I can help you with this. And this is how I would go about that. This is what we'll do. This is what that will look like.
Yes.
And that can make you feel so good. You're like, okay, this can be addressed. And some therapists will say, hey, I work, I do 8 weeks, you know, or we just need this amount of time. You can ask that about how long do you think this takes. People might say, you know, I don't know, give or take 12 weeks. You know, it's just going to depend. You know, are you coming every week? Are you doing every other week? Is it once a month? You know, so that depends on a lot of factors, but just ask.
Absolutely. And the key word is just asking, because I think asking these questions, you know, that you're talking about, Erica, can help you kind of prepare and get rid of some of those anxieties that you're having about therapy, because then that will make it easier.
Definitely.
I agree with that. Those are good.
All right. Well, we hope this encourages somebody to make that first step of many, you know, kind of breaking it down, and that, you know, if you are considering or being hesitant about going to therapy, that maybe you'll check it out.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to HeartsChat today, where we speak from the heart. We hope that you enjoyed our show. Catch us every Sunday and Tuesday on our YouTube channel and our website, which is HeartsChatRadioshow.com. Be sure to follow us on our social media pages at HeartsChat Radio on Instagram and at HeartsChat on Twitter and Facebook.
We love to hear from you. If you have any questions or topics that you want us to talk about, email us at HeartsChat@HeartsChatRadioshow.com. And for all of your personal relationship questions, visit our website, HeartsChatRadioshow.com, and click the From Erica's Heart tab. Your question will be answered within 24 hours. Thank you for listening to HeartsChat, where we speak from the heart.